And now we are on the fourth and final part of this review. Feels good, only being a few chapters from the end. Many twists and turns come this time around, some that I never saw coming the first time around. I heard someone say in books the character lives because he is the main character, but in Red Rising we follow Darrow because he is able to live. I don't think I said that right, but I'll correct it later if I ever say it again. His heart rate rises as he realizes his armor is now his tomb. Stuck in the bottom of the riverbank, he lies in mud. Barely escaping with his life, he uses the sling blade wrapped around his arm to cut open the suit, but barely stops from severing his own arm. Saving Ragnar again was almost his undoing, gulping water near the surface, narrowly escaping death at the surface of the water. I really believe that quote. And seeing Ragnar cry in this moment shows his humanity of slowly giving into this being his last moments before again being saved by Darrow, a gold god made of rust. For the first time in recorded history, Darrow gives a lower color a razor. Ragnar is now the most dangerous man on this battlefield. Darrow, however, has learned he is Neo, dodging bullets, and Ragnar proving he is amazing at just destroying his enemies. Saving Severo and the other Howlers, Thistle is a little baby and whines about Ragnar having a razor, until Severo becomes Oprah. You get a sling blade, and you get a sling blade, and you get a razor. Reaching the Citadel, Severo tells the group how scary Ragnar and the other Obsidians are with the razors. Impatient, Darrow runs ahead and is able to get the Sovereign's ship before it takes off. In the ship, he sees the Rage Knight Fitchner. Wanting to play a political game, the Sovereign tells them to record for Fitchner to slay his old student. Thankfully, Karnus is an idiot and tries to attack, but was quickly slain by Darrow. Darrow proves again why he's the main character of the story. He doesn't live because he is the main character. He's the main character because he lives. I fucking told you I'd get it right the next time! Fitchner shows his true colors and tells Darrow that he himself is Ares, shooting his pulse rifles at the Sovereign's men. I love every moment of Fitchner's character, but holy shit, this was such a great reveal. Thinking there was no possible way for Darrow to survive, only to prove me wrong one more time. In a hospital, Darrow wakes multiple times, once with Mustang dreaming of his love for Io, proving again that she is taking the place of Io. Good riddance. Kind of realize how little Io loved Darrow, yet he would have lived 1,000 lifetimes of war for her. Thankfully, someone softer like Mustang takes his heart now. Learning of the Sons of Ares members in the custody of the Jackal, Darrow sets a trap to free them while clearing his name by getting attacked as well. Again, Jackal is in Darrow's debt. I believe that the Jackal hated Darrow more and more every time he saved him. The Jackal is the type of person to only allow himself to look weak once without hating the person who helped him. Finally, being able to speak with the real Sons of Ares since before the Institute, Darrow is able to display his care for Dancer and Mikey. He tells them how he has to go back home. He wishes to bring Mustang with him. With some pushback, he is able to get his wish. I think all of this scene and the next shows the humanity of each color is able to show. Learning Severo is half red and Darrow showing his appreciation to Mikey really shows how much humanity is still in all of the colors. Going into the mines, to his home of Lycos, Darrow walks the streets reliving memories of this place with distance in his heart. He no longer is the man he was in this place. So much has changed here. The men he used to think were monsters are just people acting mighty to the people under them. He doesn't even know if he would have loved Io as much as he did if he saw her now. Bringing Mustang into this place brought out so much to the surface. His mother, wrought with pain in the years he was gone, reminds Darrow more than anything that he must fight for this cause. But the conversation also brings light the realities that these people would mine helium-3 no matter what the outcome of this war. Then when he leaves, Mustang finds him again. She is horrified that Darrow is a Red, her confusion at the situation adding to her anger. Then when Ragnar joins and shows that he has changed under Darrow's leadership, maybe others can too. We don't see how they separate, but I believe that they will get back together at some point. And I think it's all because of Ragnar. In the parade in his honor, Darrow contemplates the necessity of these events. The trophies for the victors of war are the festivities and monuments made in their name. He doesn't believe he should have them, but he understands the need for them. Returning to the Jackal after finding out that Augustus had decided to adopt him. All the Jackal's idea, by the way. For the last hurrah, Darrow finally realizes the mistake of working with the Jackal. All of the warnings that have been given to him come to a head. In this house of doom, the Jackal and Roke play their cards, showing the ball was never in Darrow's court. Victra, Lorne, and Augustus are killed in front of Darrow's eyes. The Jackal was the one to kill Quinn. As Roke has told the Jackal that Darrow is a Red, everything crashes around him. Oh no, if it isn't Roke showing that he is a gold that can't be redeemed. I will talk more about the characters in the tier list. I just fucking hate Roke. Blamed for the murder of the Bologna children by Cassius directly, Darrow is unable to move from the paralysis stim that Roke gave him. Roke presents the head of Ares in front of Darrow. Thankfully, however, there are many other major players that aren't in the House of Death. Mustang, Severo, and the Howlers aren't in this horrid place. The book ends with Victra crawling to Darrow, pleading that she didn't know. Her loyalty never wavered. This shows both sides of the coin. Jackal and Victra are complete opposites. One who could never be trusted, and one that should have been trusted with everything. This book, man, genuinely gives me so many emotions. I have so much love for the series now, and to show how appreciative I am, I have been forcing all of my friends to also start the book. You're welcome, Pierce Brown. I probably got like 3 more book sales for you. In actuality, though, the humanity throughout the book was mostly positive outcomes, with harsh realities stopping those exact thoughts. And at the end of this book, the biggest source of humanity was Darrow's willingness to see change in people and hoping for the best for everyone that we meet. The harsh reality is that some people, like the Jackal and Roke, don't deserve a second chance. And looking back, Tactus may not have deserved that second chance either, even though I believe that he could have. He could have fucking changed. Right after we get the scene with Lorne apologizing for killing Tactus, it really shows that some people just don't deserve that trust, and I really love that this book plays both sides of that coin. You really can attach yourself to either side of that argument. I guess this will be predictions for the next book. I really believe that we will be going into the next book with a broken Darrow. Someone who has constantly worked on one side of that argument. In the first book, he would kill any gold that he could get a hold of. In the second, he realizes that he himself has changed, and that he gives trust and second chances to those he loves. So we will be seeing a Darrow who has all that stripped away, with someone he believed owed him. Someone he believed was a friend. And others he never thought would join forces with became allies. My book club of a few of my friends created this new system of putting points together. It's basically 5 sets of points out of 20, and we add them all together for a score out of 100. This is kind of goofy, but here's mine. Characters, 18. Yeah, characters are probably my favorite thing out of any book, and I love how consistent and how twisty the characters are. You can't tell what some characters are thinking of, and it's always very consistent. Plot, I gave a 16. I feel there was a lot of jumping around that wasn't explained time-wise, or how fast their travel is, or how far they are. I feel like plot is very, very well written, really well put together, but I wish there was a more concise time. Emotion, I gave it a 20 because I love the fuck out of this book. Recency bias be damned. World building, I gave an 18. I just want more of the sense of scale and a lot more of the society like they have in Luna. The Luna bit was perfect for world building, and I just wish there was more of it. I feel like the colors are so separated in every other place, but in Luna, it was so perfectly done. Conflicts / twists, I gave it a 20. I don't think there's really any necessary. Yeah, that's a 95 out of 10. Maybe I'll re-fucking do this. Hey, this is Editing Akane. I have now finished Morningstar, and I redid my Golden Sun. Emotional impact, I gave an 18. I still think it's amazing, but I think the emotional impact of the next book just brought it down a little bit for me. Characters, I gave an 18, same score. Plot, I gave a 15, just because I think some of the pacing issues is really weird. I do really love everything in this, but I don't think it deserves a super high score. And 15 is still like a 7. It's like a 7.5 out of 10, so that's not bad. World building and setting, I also gave a 15. I just wanted more. I just wanted more Luna, more of the like actual scale of the worlds, and I feel like it doesn't really give a good visual of it. The conflicts and twists, I put a 19 just because I think there could be some improvements. I do very much still love it. So instead of a 95, which it was before, it is now an 85 out of 100. Still an amazing score, but it's just not as good as Morningstar for me. Okay, editor me out. And that'll be about it. I love you guys. Thank you for sticking around. I'll hopefully have these all up and be able to post the whole thing in one big review. I will probably not post it right away because I don't want to just like force you guys to only be watching Red Rising content. But love you guys. See you next time. Samuches.